pot, pills, cocaine, crank, mushrooms, LSD, ecstasy, heroin, nitrous oxide, whiskey, gin, beer, and a whole lot more. On June 26, 2006, I was a broken and isolated man who no longer wanted to live, who couldn't imagine life drunk or sober, who just couldn't imagine living anymore. In fact, I was putting a gun in my mouth. When I look back at that day, I see myself in jagged fragments, pieces of me scattered around the floor. I knew my addiction was bigger than me, and I knew there had to be something in this universe bigger than it. I reached out to that higher power. I strung one moment to the next, breath by sober breath, and I was miserable without the chemicals. I haven't had a drink or a mind-altering substance since that day. We talked about the question, what's wrong with you, that you would run 100 miles. I find that there is a lot of people who deal with mental illness, with addiction, eating disorder, those kind of things, drawn to that long running game. Probably because it takes an obsessive type of mind. Probably because you really have to get to know yourself. A guy I know described it really well when he said, when I was using it, I was always putting masks on. I didn't even want to know who I was when I was using. I didn't want to face who I was and those hard truths. When I'm out on mile 80, I've pulled off every possible mask. I do my best to live in a way that makes up for the things I've done in the past, to make daily living amends to others and to myself. I try to do no harm each day, to live and let live. And I run